Welcome to the third and final video in the series on my channel where I'm sharing with you my mission trip experience in Uganda, and say hello to all of the bats that decided to hang around the entire time we were in Uganda. So we are going to pick up today on Thursday. We actually had the privilege of serving alongside some women at Ministries. Ministries is located in Jinja, and it is a ministry that is specifically designed to help abandoned women learn a trade that they will be able to continue to do after they have graduated from this program in order to help support their families. These women learn how to do basket weaving, they make jewelry, and they also do pottery. I have to be honest, basket weaving was not my favorite, but I loved the pottery. I loved it. It was so much fun, and I really enjoyed getting to learn about the process and how they make everything. I purchased one of these mugs and a small little plate while I was in Uganda, and I will forever treasure those two things, especially after I know how much work goes into it. After we got our work finished, we had lunch with the ladies, and then we had the treat of getting to go into town to go to the market. Now, this particular experience was definitely, it wasn't what I expected it to be. It was so much better. It was so much fun. We got to see all of the handmade things that were available to purchase. I was able to purchase some souvenirs for my kids and for some other family members. And I also purchased some artwork, and I was just absolutely blown away by some of the things that were available. All of these things that you're seeing here are handmade items, hand painted, hand carved, available to purchase. And when you purchase these things, they support the families of the women who make them. This is the artist that did one of the paintings that I purchased. I will be sharing that with you guys right now. It is currently getting reframed, but I can't wait to get it back. And you guys, have you ever seen an avocado this big? It was absolutely insane. So after shopping in town, we got to have fun on our very first excursion. We actually got to go to the source of the Nile. We all got on a boat and we headed out down the Nile River, which was a lot of fun. Here, our captain is telling us he has taken us to the literal spot where the Nile River begins. The source of the Nile. That's why it's called that. He's explaining to us that the water comes up from the ground and starts the current of the Nile. It was so incredibly fascinating. I was really, really excited that we got to experience this. And then we had dinner, and I, of course, asked Simon lots of questions. Friday morning, we continued our time at Ministries, where they actually do a time of worship and Bible study for the ladies. They all come and have a time to praise and sing, and then they get together with small groups and have Bible study. Afterward, our group went back to akaMommy baby cottage. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling very well this day, and so I did not get to return to akaMommy one final time, but all of the ladies got to return and say goodbye and just get to hug on these babies one more precious time. And then, of course, they saw monkeys. I wasn't there, and they got to see monkeys again. Saturday morning, we got to get up and go to Lamella Wild Waters. Now this, we did not know what to expect, but once again, we found ourselves on a boat on the Nile River, where you basically get in the boat, and these two gentlemen row you to the other side of the Nile River to an island. This was pretty cool, a little scary, not gonna lie, but I just really enjoyed being on the river itself. I mean, how many people honestly get to say that they have floated on the Nile River? It's just not that many. So you take this boat over to an island, and then you walk through the forest. And to be honest with you, it kind of looks like you're not sure where you're going, but you get to walk through all of the trees. This is our group heading to our destination that we are still a little bit unsure of. Our trip leader knew exactly where we were going. We did not, but we were excited to. And then out of nowhere, you find yourself in this magnificent, huge hut. It was absolutely breathtaking. And look at this view, you guys. Can you even believe how amazing this is? This is Lamella Wild Waters. I'm probably saying that incorrectly, but I'm doing my best. We had the privilege of getting to come out here. This is the Nile River. This is the Wild Waters. We came out here and got to have lunch and just enjoy the view. This was our very last day in country, and so we all really appreciated the ability to come out and see something so incredibly beautiful before we were headed back home. We all had a magnificent lunch. We got to hang out and take pictures. Lots and lots of selfies. Group pictures as well. And then we took the boat ride back to the mainland. Saturday afternoon, we went back to Ministries, which is also where they have James Place. Now, James Place is a preschool, and on Saturdays they do something called Kids Club, where they open up the gates to this preschool and they invite all of the local children. Anyone who can come is welcome. They will typically have between 300 and 400 children that will come, and they come on Saturdays for a few hours. They get to listen to songs, they get to praise and worship, they get to hear Bible stories, and to be honest with you, this is an absolutely enormous outreach program that Heal Ministries is doing, because a lot of these children do not go to school at all, and this is the only chance that they might get to hear about Jesus, or in some cases just to get to sing these songs. So they are led by the teachers. They all sing in, and it is so amazing. I loved hearing all of their tiny little voices. They were just so adorable. After their group time, they all stand up and they know exactly where they're going. They get to go to their small groups where they will hear their Bible lesson for the day and get to enjoy craft and snack time with their friends. And can I just tell you guys that by the end of this day, we were exhausted. So today is our last day in Jinja. We are packing up. As you can see, we've got suitcases everywhere. There's mine on the bed. And we are within less than an hour of leaving the house here. We're all really glad that we're going home. We're going to get to see our families, but we're all really sad to leave. So we've had an amazing time here. I know I've showed you guys tons and tons of things while I've been here. I hope you guys have enjoyed following along and getting to learn a little bit more about Jinja and the people here. I can't wait to come back. I don't want to get emotional. Had an amazing time. I can't even describe. So I do plan to come back in a couple of years because I don't think I'll be able to come back next year, but we'll see how it goes. But I am going to share with you a little bit more for today. Today is our final day. We have a couple more things to do in country, and then we will get on a plane tonight and fly to Amsterdam. From Amsterdam, we will fly to Detroit, and from Detroit, we'll fly back to Dallas. So I'll just share with you the rest of our travel back home. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get everything downstairs so that it can get loaded up and we can get ready to leave. The drive from Jinja back to Entebbe is approximately 4 to 6 hours, and so we just basically sat back. We stopped at, I can't actually remember where we stopped, and had a little bit of lunch, and before you knew it, we were back in the airport. Luckily, our flight from Entebbe to Amsterdam, which was about a 10-hour flight, or maybe 8 hours, was completely at night. And so we all slept until we got to Amsterdam, and then we got up, found ourselves some coffee, and got ready to board our next flight. In case you're ever curious, the food on the international flights is actually not very bad, and they give you a lot of it. Then it was Amsterdam to Detroit, another really long flight where we then got to sit in the airport, and then Detroit to Dallas. This flight was actually only a couple of hours long. we were so happy to be home back in the good old United States of America. Guys, I just really appreciate you allowing me to share my experience with you, my trip, the different ministries that we visited. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing some of the things that I've shared with you. I am always available to answer questions should you have any, so please feel free to reach out to me. And until next time, you guys, I hope that you are all doing very, very well and that you're very blessed. Take care. Bye-bye.